Today we're getting a light rain outside, so I'm going to be working undercover. Nice cloudy skies, so it'll be cool, only about 75 today. So we're going to go in here. I've got this channel set up. I'm going to cut my top and bottom plates out of it. I'm going to cut 2 plates, 8 inches, by 6. And that'll what I'll weld to the top of the beam and the bottom of the beam.
Check the square, chalk dust drifting in the air. 2 heavy plates, cold and true, set to meet where the beam runs through. Clamp it tight, don't let it shift. Every inch matters, every lift. Got that hood and leather on, puddles waiting, time to go on. Hit it clean, let it lay. Stack that beat, don't burn away. One good pass and it'll stay. Hold the load another day. Burn it in plate on the I-beam. Burn it in, make that joint hold the dream. Hot and straight, keep it true. Burn it in, that's what we do. Burn it in. Blue sparks towel, no, keep original language English. Let's continue. Blue spark skip on the slab, gloved hands steady, no room to lag. Watch the toe, watch the crown, don't let one ugly bead run down. Hear that sizzle, feel that heat, lay it smooth, make it neat. Tack by tack, then lock it down. Built for freight, built for town. Hit it clean, let it lay. Stack that bead, don't burn away. One good pass and it'll stay. Hold the load another day. Burn it in plate on the I-beam. Burn it in, make that joint hold the dream. Hot and straight, keep it true. Burn it in, that's what we do. Burn it in. Hey. Take a step, look down the line. If it bows, then you realign. Every spark tells where you've been. Every seam becomes a grin. Burn it in plate on the I-beam. Burn it in, make that joint hold the dream. Hot and straight, keep it true. Burn it in, that's what we do. Burn it in, burn it in, burn it in, burn it in.
As you can see, it does not take very long to wear out one of these blades. one plate done. 8 inches by 6 inches by a ½ inch thick. I'm just going to clean up these edges a little bit. Take all the sharp edges off and then we'll get ready to weld it.
Keep it true. Burn it in. That's what we do. Burn it in. Blue sparks, town, no, keep original language English. Let's continue. Blue sparks, skip on the slab. Gloved hands, steady, no room to lag. Watch the toe, watch the crown. Don't let one ugly bead run down. Hear that sizzle, feel that heat. Lay it smooth, make it neat. Tack by tack, then lock it down. Built for freight, built for town. Hit it clean, let it lay. Stack that bead, don't burn away. One good pass and it'll stay. Hold the load another day. Burn it in, and plate on the I-beam.
I've marked out the area where the beam is going to hit. We're going to weld, and I'm going to grind those down so we get good weld.
Burn it in, make that joint hold a dream. Hot and straight, keep it true. Burn it in, that's what we do. Burn it in. Take a step, look down the line. If it bows, then you realize every spark tells where you've been. Every seam becomes a grave. Burn it in, burn it.
It's still raining out after all that, but I'm going to have to move outside and go over to the shop door over in the shop. That's where my welder's set up. But unfortunately, with this rain, I got no way to cover it up and make it dry. So I'm going to have to wait till the rain stops so I can weld the plates on my I-beam. Today, we're going to finish up our support beam. We're going to attach the top and bottom plates. But first thing we got to do is pick it up, move it over to the shop door where the welder is. That's what we're going to do first. I've got the beam nice and level on the sawhorses to make it easier to fit the bottom and top plate. So the next thing we're going to do, we'll come up, clean the bottoms again, get all the little bit of rust that formed on them, and then we can start working on the plate.
In the air, two heavy plates, cold and true, set to meet where the beam runs through. Clamp it tight, don't let it shift. Every inch matters, every lift. Got that hood and leather on, puddles waiting, time to go on. Hit it clean, let it lay. Stack that bead, don't burn away. One good pass and it'll stay. Hold the load another day. Burn it in, burn it in. In plate on the I-beam. Burn it in, make that joint hold the dream. Hot and straight, keep it true. we do.
Put this 2x6 on here with a clamp temporarily. So when we go to put a plate on, it gives me something to set it to, so I don't have to sit there and hold it while I try to fit it and weld it. Taking this welding rod, I bent it, and that gives me a gap I need here at the bottom to put my plate on, that I can bring it up to where I need it. What I'm doing here is I'm taking this framing square. You level it here, and you can check your dimensions all the way down. Okay. That's a quarter there, and that's a quarter there, so we're actually square to that side. We put another gap in there because we need a gap to weld to. And see how we look here. And that looks pretty close. I'm back. I thought I turned the camera off. Now we're going to check for square. What I'm doing is I'm looking up his gap. And I can see it needs to go out just a hair. That's pretty good. Now we're going to check this way. And that's pretty good, like that. Okay. Now this is all the way pushed down tight. I'll tack that and we'll be in place. Now we weld the rest of it up.
Blue sparks towel, no keep original language English. Let's continue. Blue spark skip on the slab, gloved hands steady, no room to lag. Watch the toe, watch the crown, don't let one ugly bead run down. Hear that sizzle, feel that heat, lay it smooth, make it neat. Tack by tack, then lock it down. Built for freight, built for town. Hit it clean, let it lay, stack that bead, don't burn away. One good pass and it'll stay.
It's not real pretty. Oh, my weld's not real pretty, but it's quite functional. We've got one plate welded on, ready to go. We're gonna let it cool down now because it's probably about 400 or 500 degrees at least. And then we'll flip it over and we'll get the other plate welded on. I've got my next plate tacked on. Now all I gotta do is check it for square both ways, and if it's right, all we gotta do is start welding. This is the east-west side. It's real close, probably maybe a 16th off, but I can tap that out when I weld it. So we need to go this way just a hair. I'm going to tap it with the hammer. And then we put our square on and look at it again. That looks real close there. And it looks real close there. I think I'll go with that. Not much adjustment. And up and down is good too. The next thing I'm going to do is get a good tack weld here in the bottom to keep it stable, and then I'm going to weld it up. I will bring you back out when we're finished with this. You won't be able to see much with all the welding. It generally just blacks out the camera. So we'll get back here when we finish and show you the finished product. I've got the other plate welded on. It didn't take very long. And all we gotta do is let it cool, because like I say, it's 500-600 degrees. And once it gets cool, we'll brush it and then paint it. And then it's ready to install tomorrow. Then we can continue on with the roof.
Our popcorn is doing well. We're growing. Anyway, this is all we have for this week, and we'll have to continue next week with installing that column. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you don't already, check it if you have already, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.